What's going on, everybody? Now, what we're going to do today is react to Warren Buffett's advice on becoming successful. Now, if you are a creative out there and you're just getting your journey started, you're just getting your business started, this is a man that you should be looking to study. If you're a creator that's looking to expand their business and possibly have more tiers other than just that one, Warren Buffett is probably one of the, if not the greatest sources of knowledge and information, and he gives away a lot of his knowledge free. So let's take a look at this video and let's get into it.
Define true success?
Well, I've said many times that if you get to be 65 or 70 and later, and the people that you want to have love you actually do love you, you're a success. I've never seen anybody that reaches that age. I mean, I'm not talking about somebody that's in extreme poverty or pain or something, but I've never seen anybody that, if they have a lot of people that love them, that is other than happy. And I've seen some very, very wealthy people that they give testimonial dinners to and name schools after.
So what he just said is probably, to me, the key to life. In my 36 years of building a business, making money, and relationships, businesses could be very, very lonely. And if you don't have a lot of people that love you, all of that money that you're making, does it really mean much?
And everything. And nobody loves them, you know. Their own kids would say, he's in the attic, you know. Okay.
What are, say, 3 pieces of advice you would give to people who are looking to succeed in business?
Well, by far the best investment you can make is in yourself. I mean, for example, communication skills. I tell the students that come that
Creatives or anybody out there, you cannot run away from this. You cannot run away from this. You have to learn how. You have this gift. You have to learn how to get this gift out to the world. Let people judge you. Let people look and see if they truly like you. You just heard it from the man himself.
are going to graduate schools and business, and they're learning all these complicated formulas and all that. If they just learn to communicate better, and both in writing and in person, they increase their value at least 50%. And I mean, if you can't communicate, somebody says, you know, it's like,
Increases your value to 50%. He didn't mention skin color. He didn't mention equipment. He didn't mention any of those things. Learning how to articulate, no matter where you're from, is you increase your value 50. That is a huge, huge advantage over your competitors.
winking at a girl in the dark, nothing happens, you know, basically. And you have to be able to get forth your ideas, and that's relatively easy. I did it myself with the Dale Carnegie course. Some people wish I'd taken a shorter course now in terms of my talking later on, but it's just hugely important. And if you invest in yourself, nobody can take it away from you. I mean,
You see that? If you invest in yourself, you got to know, like, what does that mean? What does investing in yourself actually mean?
and the second thing, which I'll get a certain criticism for not living it, but I do tell those students, you know, that if I gave you a car and it'd be the only car you get in the rest of your life, you take care of it like you can't believe it. Any scratch, you'd fix that moment. You read the owner's manual, you keep a garage and do all these things. And you get exactly one mind and one body in this world. And you can't start taking care of it when you're 50. By that time, you'll have rusted out if you haven't done anything. So
I'll be honest with you. I'm a really, really big, like, neat freak when it comes to cars. And it seems like the older that you get, when I was like 15, actually, no, I didn't have a car when I was 15. What am I talking about? I got my license when I was 18. But I was like 18 years old and I got my first car. I think it was like a Pontiac Grand Am. That car was like gold to me. I mean, I'm talking about, I sat outside, I washed that car probably 5 times a week. you could not tell me that that car wasn't a Ferrari at that point in my life. And the older that you get, it seems like it dies down a little bit and cars just turn to driving. I mean, I guess some of you still do it, but I know for myself, that's how it was for me. Sorry, ADD is kicking in.
You should really make sure that you just remember that you just got one mind and body to get through life with and to do the most with it.
What about life advice?
Well, life advice is, the most important thing, aside from the things I've talked about already, is really who you associate with. You want to associate with people that are better than you are. I mean, basically, you'll go.
Oh, that is probably one of the best points, and I think the hardest points. Mind you, I just went through that minutes ago before I jumped online here. Having people around you that push you, specifically in business, is probably, other than communication, the most important skill, because the feeling that I can describe, maybe some of you have a different feeling, but for me, I'll get someone in that has a MBA or someone that is on the upper echelon of business, and they have more success than me. It's a challenge when you're listening to someone pick apart something that you feel like you know the best and you feel like it's working, but then someone comes and they tell you that it's not working. I think that's one of the hardest things of being an entrepreneur, specifically a creative entrepreneur, is that sometimes we get really, really stuck and we get too close to things and we have this success, and then someone comes in, they're up here. They've already had this period of time where they've reached here, but that envy and that jealousy and that resentment kicks in. So trying to like tame it. It's not that you're gonna go through it, but just trying to tame it. That's always the hard part.
On the direction of the people that you associate with, and you want to have the right heroes. You want people. If you want to emulate somebody, you better pick very carefully who you want to emulate. And when obviously you can't pick your parents, they're going to have an enormous.
No, you cannot. You cannot pick your parents.
Influence on you, but you don't get a choice on that. But you get choices as you go down the line, and who you admire, who you want to copy, and the most important for most people in terms of that decision is their spouse. It's also important in terms of a partner in business, but the partner in life is the most important one. You want to pick a spouse that's better than you are, and then he or she.
To you young people out there, even us old people that are out there, my wife is the key to my success. And if you could, even if you don't have a spouse, I think having a hero, having someone to emulate and mold yourself off of, as you can see, that is it's one of the biggest factors and keys to success.
And you hope they don't figure it out too fast.
Great. Biggest mistakes people make when investing?
Well,
battery's dead.
They try to, they just don't realize that all you have to do is just buy a cross section of America and then never listen to people like me or read the papers or do anything subsequently. They think that because you can trade, you should trade. You buy.
So investing, that's a whole nother topic. It's more of like a advanced topic, but I think what he's talking about here is Warren Buffett, if you don't know this, is one of the, like I said in the beginning of the video, is one of the largest, most influential owners. He's into finance, but the way that he delivers his information and some of his books and his managerial techniques, it's relevant even to us as creatives, because it's something that we all could use, but it requires a lot of deep diving, which I won't go into. I don't want to confuse you now, but
buy a farm, you buy an apartment house, you can't resell it tomorrow, and the cost of moving around. Now you get something handed to you, liquidity, which is instant. You can sell in the costs of doing it are pennies, compared to other kinds of investment activity. So because they can so easily move around, they do move around, and moving around is not smarter than investing.
You have a pretty cool morning routine regarding what you have for breakfast and how prosperous you feel. What is that?
Well, that was
My wife gets on me all the time. Anybody else out there? I am. If my wife, let me just do a little secret. If my wife does not make breakfast, first of all, my wife is probably the best breakfast maker there is, probably on earth to me. If she doesn't cook that breakfast and make that food, I'll work until like maybe 12, 1 o'clock, and then she gets on me. Breakfast is, I could go on here and I could say how important breakfast is and how you should be doing it. And I won't do that. I am awful. So this is for me too.
and I now actually send somebody over to McDonald's usually to get me something. since the publicity I got from earlier describing my habits at McDonald's, I now have somebody go in the office. But that was
Chad Ochocinco. That's for you. Even Warren, even the man himself apparently eats McDonald's.
That was more for entertainment value. I eat exactly what I like to eat. If I liked it on my 6th birthday, at my 6th birthday party when we had hot dogs and hamburgers and Coke and ice cream with chocolate, I still like it. And I don't care about anything subsequently. That I discovered it all by the time I was 6. And if somebody offered me a deal when I was 20 and said, you're going to live 1 year longer, instead of living to 88, you'll live to 89 or whatever it may be, if you eat nothing but broccoli and Brussels sprouts and onions and all these things. I just said, I'll take the last year off. It probably won't be that good.
Although there are ways that you can make broccoli and Brussels sprouts really, really good, but this isn't a cooking channel.
Anyway, so I eat what I like to eat. I'm not venturesome in that area.
I like how you lumped in onions with broccoli and Brussels sprouts.
Well,
Never heard that.
You see? Onions, I haven't tried that. I'm not a huge fan of broccoli. Brussels sprouts could be really, really good if you grill them. I heard broccoli has like a weird taste when I don't like broccoli too much.
I just don't happen to like onions, but I don't put them in the same category.
Okay. You and George H.W. Bush, I think. Is business school worth it?
Depends on the person.
Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good one.
Much more than it depends on the school. I wouldn't worry. Some people are going to get a lot out of advanced education, and some people are going to get very little. And I don't even think it's important that every person go to college at all. We have all kinds of.
There it is. It's obviously it's solved there. You heard it from the man himself. Now, he didn't say that you don't need to go to college. Sometimes it's not, college isn't for everybody. There are some of you out there that are incredibly intelligent, and the only thing that you need to do is just listen. And once you listen, you open your ears and you allow yourself to have coaches, mentors, you get it and you're successful.
Of jobs at 70 or so thousand a year, or 80,000 a year, that college training is not of use. And I actually was not keen on going to college myself. Yeah, my dad kind of jollied me into it. He could get me to do anything. But if they'd had an SAT test in those days, he would have taken the test for me. but because I knew I could have a good time, and I liked investing, and I didn't really feel I could read the books. So I don't, it's a big commitment to take 4 years, and the cost involved, and maybe the loans involved, and everything. And I think depending on what your interests are in life, I don't think it's for everybody. I think it's for a lot of people, but there ought to be a reason you're going. And I didn't.
Yeah, I think it's like certain schools. It has to be like a business school, but you have to know what it is that you want to do. Blindly going to college and not knowing why you want to go to college is a completely different story. Going to college with a plan and actually knowing what you want to do and then going to that subsequent college. It could be uh, obviously if you're a doctor, you're a nurse, IT, and they specialize in that, then hey, you get the seal of approval. Obviously, there's a lot of things you can learn. There's a lot of social things that you pick up with college as well. But hey, to each his own.
Really see much reason.
All right, last question. So lightning round, so there's a few. Do you ever drink water?
Only under duress.
What is your favorite
See that? I'm a huge water drinker. So
all-time song, Warren?
It's undoubtedly, it's My Way.
What about movie? Favorite
It's a good song.
movie?
Well, I like The Bridge on the River Kwai because of there were a lot of lessons in that. Plus, it was enormously fascinating.
Catchy tune also.
All right.
Catchy tune also.
Yeah,
Right.
very.
Right.
But the ending of that was sort of the story of life. He created the railroad, and did he really?
you know what I like about like videos like this? You know what's so funny? Reminds me of when I'm watching TV with my wife, and she hates when I pause. But hey, get used to it. I like pausing. I like talking.
Want the enemy to come in across it,
Got it. Favorite book?
Well, the favorite book from an the book that had the most impact on my life was The Intelligent Investor by Ben Graham.
I knew you were going to say.
The Intelligent Investor by Ben Graham. Noted. Remember that. You got someone that is a multi-billionaire, and he's telling you to read this book, read that book.
that. Favorite TV show?
It's probably going to be.
What was I gonna say?
It would be Nebraska in some huge bowl game and winning.
And finally, what do you carry in your wallet and how much money do you tend to carry around?
Well, I probably carry maybe $400. I actually my
Is that carrying money? Is that still a thing now? I mean, I can't remember the last time that I've carried cash around. Anybody else carry cash? I don't. Sometimes I'll carry cash. I'll probably bring a few bucks with me, but I haven't carried cash in a while.
my wife likes to use cash, so I just take home a chunk of cash every now and then she doles it out. She looks at my billfold and sees whether all the hundreds are gone. Sticks a few in there, but it's pretty simple.
And credit cards?
I've got an American Express card, which I got in 1964, but I pay cash.
Wow.
98% of the time. If I'm in a restaurant, I always pay cash. It's just easier.
Warren Buffett, thanks very much.
Oh man, that was amazing. That was amazing. All right, quick thoughts. One of the biggest things I learned, college, obviously, you got your answer right there. If you are a young viewer and you're viewing these videos, try to figure out what it is that you want to do. Think about think about it from this standpoint. If you like gaming, think about a good video game college like Full Sail or a lot of these other colleges. Obviously, as you can see, Warren Buffett, he's a human. I like these videos. I like these type of videos because it humanizes the man. He's looked at as this mystical figure like Michael Jordan, but as you can see, he's a man that eats McDonald's. He doesn't like drinking water, likes eating his breakfast, but sometimes he skips out. He's a normal guy. And for you out there, study, find a hero. I know I'm still looking for additional heroes. If you're looking for more content like this, you're looking for business strategies for creatives, if you're looking for anything else that has to do with your creative journey, subscribe to the Kreation Avenue TV channel. Once again, my name is DeAndre French. I'll see you later.